so that we can all be exterminated at once. We don't want war. We want a very clean, quick, and succinct revolutionary process, surgical, that we put an end to the shenanigans of government, that will put an end to oppression, the corruption of government. I mean, look at it. You have ministers who have active cases with EFCC being asked to bow and go in our National Assembly. You have ministers who have been engaging in high crimes. We have a president that is insensitive to the country. That this country has fallen apart. Nigeria has failed, except Nigerians bond together and bundle these guys out of our national space. We are wasting our time. And don't ask me whether I'm afraid or worried about the legal implications of what I'm saying. I am carrying out a historical duty. Only history can judge me, not a prosecutor or a federal judge. I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that. You can't kill somebody who's not afraid of death. And if I'm afraid of death, am I better than those people in Zamfara who are getting slaughtered every day? Am I better than those people who get killed by so-called kidnappers who just walk into the middle of the road with an AK-47, kill people and walk quietly back into the bush? Am I better than students who are getting rusticated for speaking out on campuses? Am I better than those kids who died before they could even see Nigeria that they wanted to badly be? Am I better than women who can afford to eat? Am I better than those workers who are not getting paid? Am I better than people who are suffering all over the country? No.
And I'm just going to go straight to the point. What we are talking about here requires no big English. When people are hungry, there is nothing else to add to it. And a lot of rich people, especially in this Abuja, they kept hiring hungry people at their gates and are still giving them 25,000 naira monthly. They kept hiring hungry people as their cleaners and are still paying them 20,000 naira monthly. And I'm telling you that the battle that we are at right now is a battle that is between the rich and the poor, because even the rich guys don't care about the poor people. Someone who drives an SUV of 70 million naira is happily paying their domestic staff 25,000, 28,000 naira. So when we are going to come out for the next protest in this country, we will not alone allow some people to lock themselves up in their room watching Netflix, while we, that we are in the oppressed class, go and fight for a road that they will drive their SUV. Fight for a fuel that they are the one who can only afford it, because we don't even have cars. So the people who have been fighting for the liberation of this country for so long are the oppressed, and they don't even benefit from it. Those ones who would fight for fuel hike don't have cars. But when they are protesting, the ones with the SUVs are the ones who says, please tell them not to come to the road. We are at the battlefront. Right now, an Aboki man cannot afford to open a kiosk for Indomie and egg again, because who are the consumer? Who would buy? Indomie and egg you could probably buy for 250 naira before. Now, 1,008 for a laborer who just commonly earned 2,000 naira daily. And I see that we are not noticing one thing that is happening to us today, which has actually kept us in these shackles for so long, is the division between ourselves. Because even in this gathering, there are some factions. And until we deal with these factions, we will never attain our liberation. We should stop all of these battles of some people are beret wearers, and some people, they are the calm ones. We are all Nigerians, and the revolution is here. It is time for us to break the chain by coming together, uniting against all these old bastards that they are not even supposed to belong to this generation anymore. How can you have somebody who's in their 80s still the president of this country today, when we have 40 brilliant years old men and women around town? Go to Bokos, Basa local government in Plateau State, you see out of school children, 3-4 years old, working for illegal minors, and they don't care about them, yet they care about those who get admission into the university at 18. But it is okay for you to get married to a 13-year-old girl. And you are not concerned about limiting the age of marriage, that nobody should ever attempt getting married to a 13-year-old, 14, 15, 16, even 19-year-old girl. That is supposed to be their priority, not limiting our brain. If you are brilliant at 16, what happened? You will only find a son of a rich man and in their class says, I have 3 degrees already at 22. But they want an Asumo in Ijebu to have 1 degree at 35. Shame on them.
Bank Governor Cardoso with some of his deputies, just acquired bulletproof SUVs with the amount as in 10 billion naira. Can you imagine that? In a country where people are dying of hunger, in a country where different type of things are going on right now, and people are wasting such money instead of using it to make things better for the people.
Listen to me.
Just
take it or you leave it. Nigeria is going down the more. This country called Nigeria is going down the more. And that Biafra cannot stop. And it can never be stopped. Biafra will surely stand. And Biafra here will come. We are going. No matter if they lie, let them carry Obi, give Obi presidency. Let them bring Nnamdi Kanu out, make him the president or whatsoever in Nigeria. We don't need it again. The time has passed. As it is now, the spirit is high. As it is now, we are not going back. No retreat, no surrender. Even if you remain one person, you must stand as a Biafra.
Okay, thank you.
And like I said, you know, it always takes one man to bring out idea, vision, and from there, others will begin to learn from it. And I'm happy for what is going on now, because many youths now, so-called Nigerians, are waking up from their slumber. The days of how I wish it will be completely eradicated. The days of 1 derika of rice and 2,000 naira to buy vote. It's like that day is going now, gradually. And I am happy for what is going on in the north. It's like the northerners now are waking up from their slumber. And I give God the glory because it's working according to plan. And like I said it before, we are dealing with the spirit. And anything that is spiritual or the spiritual has already accommodated or accept, one day we begin to reflect in the physical. Are you hearing me? Now listen and listen good. The revolution or whatsoever they call it, or you may call it, my own, I heard, I saw it. Already there's a series of protests and there is a series of killing and massacre in the north. As I'm talking to you, the other day, one of the armies was like trying to defend the bandits. You know, I read that the bandits attacked the armies and seized their vehicles, and the army surrendered their arms and they ran away. You understand? So, but yesterday, one came out, a kind of that they just left that this thing for them. How can you, as a soldier, what a shameful statement? I ain't getting the armor tank now. A shameful statement. You say you just left the armor tank for them, for a bandit. What a shame. What a disgrace. And what a disappointment. Even to Nigeria, that is Nigerian security personnel. These are the people that the government put their hope and trust upon. Are you getting it? For the safety of the citizens. Then they are now the one now saying that they purposely left the armor tank for the bandits. That means there is a serious problem. If you can surrender to bandits, the people that is not in charge of arms, what do you expect them to do? If a home military can surrender, then what about the civilians? That means the civilians are not even safe at all. That means civilians should find a way to protect themselves, because army now are not safe. And these are the people that are called security personnel that are supposed to help to safeguard lives and property. They themselves now are not safe. So in Nigeria, It is now that Nigeria jaga completely. Everything completely jaga. It don't scatter. Well, everything don't collapse.
According to one of his army person, I said, it's because the federal government have not given them order to go for the bandits. That's why they are still piping. Do you think the army personnel is truthful what he's saying? Because say they didn't give them go ahead, to attack, to attack the bandits, to go to attack them. That I didn't they give them that privilege to do what they want to do. Now by this time, I think the head of the bandit, Tunji, this thing they would have known what they would have done to them.
Now, based on this statement, so you are trying to tell me that banditry in Nigeria has become a business
That's what he's trying
of the nation, has become a political thing in Nigeria. That means terrorist is now being approved according to Nigerian constitution law. Hey, what is? No. It is an abomination, because I don't think a nation, a good country who has better things to do should accommodate terrorism. Bandit. You say they have not given you an order from the federal. So that means banditry is a federal entity. That means there is no need. That means there is no need. Nigeria is no longer Nigeria. It is not a banditry nation. Yeah, it is not a terrorist nation. You see, and they tag igbo people. Nnamdikanu, a terrorist. But look at the real terrorists. See real terroristic statement that they have not given you order from the federal government. That means they belong to the federal government. Killing people. We are talking about murderers here. People that take people's life. The citizens of this country, their lives are going by these people. And the army man is opening his mouth, say Tunji. The government has not given them go ahead to go after Tunji. Nigeria is not safe. My dear, let's face the reality. I believe the revolution of, as you said, in the north, let the north fight their fight.
Do you think the revolution will start from? Do you think the revolution will start from the north?
I don't know. But as for me, I believe let Biafra be. You see why I've been like, I want to be alone. You see why I'm like, let Biafra go. You see why I'm like, let's divide. You see why I'm like, everybody go your way. Marriage is not by force. Look at the kind of corruptive statement. It is very, very uncalled for. In America, you don't hear such statement. In Germany, you can't get such nonsense. In Russia, you can't get such thing. In Israel, you can't get such thing. Even in England. Another part of the world, in Italy. Ordinary Ghana here, you can't hear such. Say that banditry, terrorist is operating. And you say government has not given you the army's order to go against them. God forbid. South Africa here, it doesn't happen. There is a serious problem in Nigeria. Please, let everybody know this. Don't be deceived. Every citizen of Nigeria hear this. Those of you that believe in Nigeria, because as for me, I don't believe in Nigeria anymore. Nigeria is full-grown, based on that statement, it's a full-grown terrorism nation. They are the one in control now. So if the federal government, according to the statement of the army man, of the soldier, he said why they have not gone after 2G or 2G, because federal government has not given them go ahead. And this 2G whatsoever with his group are busy taking lives of Nigerians, and nothing has happened. Oh boy, we are not safe.
So do you think that with what is going on in Nigeria, do you think that the northerners now they've started they already see that they've already started seeing the light that I think
The truth, my brother.
the progress of Nigeria is Nigeria is not progressing, and they are saying that the leaders that we have here, they are corrupt.
We have a corrupt leader. All of them are corrupt. Nigeria can never move forward in this way, with this system of governance and with this set of leaders. And to be frank, this set of leaders can never give opportunity to anybody that have good intention for this country, because they are selfish. They are self-centered. All they care is only themselves. They don't care about you. Now, everybody should go. I repeat, everybody go your way. One Nigeria is a scam. It's not existing. When you say you are one, it exists by action, because action speaks louder than voice. Look at what is happening. Look at what is going on in this country. Are you not seeing a kind of separation? A separation. Look at what happened. A lady in Canada, I heard that said that she will poison the Yoruba and the Benin. Are you getting it, Edo? Good and fine. Then House of Rep and Nigerian government started reacting. Instantly, Abi. Now I want to put...
Canada government.
Then they wrote a letter to Canada. Then the Oba of Lagos that said they should carry Igbo people throw in the canal. Who did they wrote to? What did they do? What did the government say? Even the state government. They should carry Igbo people and do what? Throw them in a canal. Do you know the meaning of that statement? But this one now said in Nigeria start reacting because it's an Igbo. Because it's an Igbo. The Oba said his own and nothing happened. MC Oluomo during the election, he said his own and nothing happened. And many of them like that. Even Tinubu wife. That was 2019, if I can remember vividly. She made mention of her own, and nothing happens. Then this woman only said, Amaka some beggar. Then the nurse said, bring her, let's slaughter her, because she's an Igbo woman. No. There is a way to treat things. Because as a father, how to handle a family, you have children. Anything you allow that started, you allow it. We stand in your family. So whenever anything comes up that you don't want, stand and stop it. So that it will not escalate. To me, for her to say that, many have said it, which are not Igbo, and nothing happens to them. And words bring words. Words bring what? Words. They say their own. Now she has decided to say her own. Then her own becomes a threat. Abi? But when Oba said throw Igbos in the lagoon, it wasn't a threat. When Tinubu wife said her own, it wasn't a threat. But now her own. And other persons have said in different ways their own. It wasn't a threat. I think I've forgotten the country when a Yoruba man, Yoruba people, some set of Yoruba, because not all, Are you getting it? Some said what they say. I've forgotten the country. I'm starting to be corrected anyway. Because I only got to the distance. So I didn't get the clear distance. I just cut it off. They said their own earlier, many years ago, before now. Now the woman said her own. It becomes, that is to tell you the hatred, the spirit of Nigeria nation against Biafra nation. Nigerian people against the Igbos. So I use this opportunity to advise every living Igbo man and woman. Take note of this. No matter how they open teeth with you, you are not welcome. They don't see you as one of them. They still see you as an enemy. God bless you.
Well, sorry. Do you think what Kenneth Okonkwo said that Obi Atiku and Tinubu should not bother about 2027? Do you think it's right what he said that these people are old cargoes?
Kenneth Okonkwo is speaking from his own personal angle. He's not speaking for everybody. Because as it is now, he's not speaking for me.
But he's an Igbo man.
He's an Igbo man. He's speaking his own opinion. Because he himself has never come out to declare himself one of the presidency candidates of any party. Are you getting it? Maybe he have it at heart, or he have somebody at heart. I can't say. But the issue is this. You see this country or presidency or whatsoever, listen to me. Take it or you leave it. Nigeria is going down the more. This country called Nigeria is going down the more. And that Biafra cannot stop. And it can never be stopped. Biafra will surely stand. And Biafra here will come. We are going. No matter if they lie, let them carry Obi, give Obi presidency. Let them bring Nnamdi Kanu out, make him the president or whatsoever in Nigeria. We don't need it again. The time has passed. As it is now, the spirit is high. As it is now, we are not going back. No retreat, no surrender. Even if you remain one person, you must stand as a Biafra.
Okay, thank you.